Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review. In today's video we're taking a look at the test shot sample of the trailer MB-09A. This is for the Fans Hobby MB-01 Archenemy. Out of the white box it comes packaged nice and firmly in a plastic clamshell, and we get a baggie filled with accessories. Pretty much the same sort of thing as we got with the trailer for Gunfighter. If you haven't seen that, just hit the little I button up here and it'll take you straight through. We get the blasts, we get trailer hitches, a satellite dish, and there we get some of the arm guards, and we also get an additional double-barreled cannon like the one we have for Gunfighter, but this one is done in just the jet black. We also get a replacement head done with the shorter G2 styled ears and a very vibrant red eyes on there. And the last baggie is filled with all of the various missiles. Now, much like we got with the Gunfighter 2, we do get the same artwork here. I will not be installing these on this version of the trailer. This is going to be my Scourge RID trailer, so I'd like to keep it nice and clean as it is, but these stickers do really make the world of difference, especially these ones. The G2 trailer looks phenomenal. Here we have all of the accessories out of their packets. We get two of these arm adapters, which just peg over Archenemy in his robot mode. We get a nice satellite dish. Again, nice kind of matte colour to these. A little bit of bubbling on the underside there, but again, this is a pre-production sample. We get 6 of these rockets. 6 of these, 5 of the discs, 6 of these blasts, which can be used in 3 different ways. It's actually a 3-part system, so you've got a smaller blast with the larger blast over the top, and this section here can detach like so. So then this can be plugged into the shoulders of Archenemy, and then we get 3 different trailer hitches. Now, I know this is to go in between Archenemy's legs. This is the mount which fits the MP10, but this, what is this one for? I've been racking my brains. Could it be the Generations version, or maybe the original version of the toy? I can't for the life of me think. If you do know, then leave a comment in the comment section below, letting us all know. And let's just take a look at this new alternative head. Again, it's got a really big raised forehead there with the shortened cut down antennae, and to change the head over, there's 2 screws on the original head. Unscrew those and then unscrew the single screw on here, and it just clasps around the existing mount. Love how vibrant those eyes are. Now we have a set of legs which can be brought down underneath the trailer, and we have these tabs on the underside so we can plug the various pieces in so they don't get lost. So for example, if you wanted to put this on our MP10, we could put the trailer hitch for Archenemy just on the underside there, and then this piece here would just tab in at the top here, and these would tab in on our MP10 like this, and then that could just sit on there and that would pivot lovely jubbly. Now the trailer itself is extremely fetching. I love the use of chrome along here. Some people are already complaining that this whole piece here isn't chrome. Firstly, it would be a dust magnet, and secondly, I think it would really up the price. I'm fine with the really kind of high gloss silver. I like how it looks. Love the fact we've got nice chunky rubber tires on there, and this is an absolute lump of a toy. We've got a nice chrome ladder on the back there. The stickers that we get with it, we get tail lights, and we get a license plate, and we also get hazard stickers which fit along the sides here. If you want to see what that looks like fitted, then again check out my Gunfighter review. Something that I didn't show off in the Gunfighter review is that the weapons on the roof here do in fact still work when you have this in trailer mode. So for example, if we load place the lock back on the top, and then we have the ability to lift this up. That can rotate, and we're going to fire this wherever we want to. We can just twist this nubbin here, and they just fire out with quite some force. The trailer hitch just slides in between those pegs on the back of Scourge, and then we can attach this to the underside of that trailer like so, and there we go. That's now on, so we can wheel along nicely. And I know people said they'd prefer it to be chrome, but I think with the chrome around here and the matching wheels, and we have the silver matching on the gas tanks, and I think it really works, and everything rolls, everything's very smooth. I like the fact that we can bring this round on that axis. We could jackknife if we needed to. It just looks incredible. And I know we've already seen this in my Gunfighter video. Here it is with the MP10 mold. Really does suit that mold as well. Right, now if we remove these arm guards, because we're going to need those for our robot mode, we can lift this top piece up. That now allows the side piece to come down. The back piece then comes down, and then lastly the second side piece comes down. Always kind of reminds me of Triptychon when we get to this sort of stage. This can come out and down. These pieces can come up and they extend. You can, if you choose to, place the flash fire pieces in like so. They can fire out of there if needed. We have a section here for the satellite dish to just tab in. We have more of these guns as we go along each wheel panel. Just pull out and extend. We have a rocket launch on here which can come up and rotate around, and then on the reverse side we have that disc launcher which we can flip around, and then we can bring out these panels, folding them in as we bring them across, and these act as support for that launcher. We get storage for the missiles over on both sides, and we also get a pegging point for the sword. That's just going to slot in, tab in like so, and just lay down nicely. And then we can just lift up the gun. It's on a nice ratcheted hinge. Bring this piece around. We can then lift up the handles, lift them up on either side. You can bring in that new cannon, slide this upwards like so, and if you look on the underside, there's a hole just here where we can bring in this cannon, push, and then bring that back down, and now we're armed and ready. There we have the very awesome, very intimidating looking battle base mode. It's good. As I said in the Gunfighter review, really huge nostalgic feels from this set. You can just flick up the sights, and how intimidating does Scourge look. I mean, that's one heavy duty trailer. Now the height of the gun itself is pretty much spot on, designed for the Archenemy and Gunfighter. Sights there, You can't get much better than that, I don't think. There's a lot of play in this handle as well. It goes up, down, rotates left and right, as to do the actual handles he holds on to. So it's just a matter of kind of maneuvering his arms into a position where he can grab that gun successfully, but I really do like how it looks. Being ball mounted on this handle really does make the world of difference and makes it so much easier to position those in Scourge's hands. Now, of course, what good would a gun be if it didn't fire? We just load our missiles into the front, like so. There's a button just on the top here. We can just push said button. And for those of you curious, I've got an MB-10 here if you're looking to do him up in that G2 style. He is a fraction smaller than ARCHENEMY, but this being ball mounted really does make the world of difference. So we can adjust the height so he doesn't feel left out. Now, I've changed over the head. I said I wasn't going to, but having it on there now, I think I really do prefer it. Those eyes are just so vibrant, and I just, there's just something about that is just an incredible looking sculpt. I don't know if Fans Hobby have got somebody else to do their head sculpts, hence the reason they're suddenly changing them all, but I like what they're doing. Now, if you'd like more options with your set, there is a tab just inside here. We can remove this by twisting it around and lifting it up, and basically these handles flip down, this rotates around, this closes off, this comes down, and this here can slide in. There's a groove here and a slot just there. That's going to get into the groove, and then we have handles that can extend from the rear here. There's one on either side, and those can be held by any of our bots, but my personal preference is to slide those handles back in, turn this around, rotate this piece around like so, and then bring this tab up, and this here is a handle itself. This slot allows us to slide it into ARCHENEMY's hands, but before we do so, we do need to just add on those additional pieces. I'm just curious as to what's inside here. Ah, cool. Didn't actually know this. You could actually lift these pieces up, and then when we place the gun down, it kind of just finishes off that piece, which does kind of make the world of difference. Right, bring in these adapters. The small peg goes over the top, the longer peg goes at the bottom, and this faces backwards. Now these pegs do also double up as places to tab in your weapons. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could even tab in your sword on there as well. It's not my personal preference, but it's an option nonetheless. Right, we want to slide the weapon in to his hand, and God, that locks in there super tight. And then we can just bring the hand over. This is going to rotate, and I think these additional arm supports, I think they're kind of there just to stop the arms coming undone, I guess, because this gun does hold an awful lot of weight. And now with his huge amount of artillery, Scourge can succeed in destroying Omega Prime, where Megatron and his reincarnation of Galvatron failed miserably. I spin too many stories in my head. I have real problems with some role play. I love doing it. I love just messing around with these, because these are toys. Yes, they're aimed at the adult collectors, but man, these are fun. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Arch Enemy and the MB-09A trailer. Huge nod to both G2 and the Takara re-release. Did they do 2 lots of this? I know they've done one for car robots, but I think there was actually one before that. Really liking this set, and honestly can't wait to get more from Fans Hobby. They continue to impress time and time again. I've included a link over here to the Fans Hobby playlist, and of course a link just up here to the G2 trailer. And until next time, from myself and Scourge, thanks for watching. Goodbye.